Hi, and welcome to the Sagebrush Happy Hour Journal entry for the last day of November, November 30th, 2024. Today I'm going to talk about favors. And so out here, when we're 25 miles away from town and 20 miles away from the nearest gas station, the neighbors kind of depend on each other occasionally for favors. And so, examples might be that somebody's leaving, leaving their home for a few days, and they need their plants watered. And so a neighbor, I'm asking, can you come water my plants? Yeah, no problem, no problem. And then, and there's a lot of times where you're going to have to ask favors. And, there's been time like the other day, since I've hurt my rib, it's been kind of hard to do some heavy lifting. So I asked a neighbor to come over and help me lift my generator into the truck. And, and I had another neighbor last week asked me to run them into town to pick up their car, which was in the shop. And, it's a 50-mile round trip, but, that's what, that's kind of what neighbors are for. And so sometimes, though, I think, I've asked some pretty heavy favors. And so like I had, from one neighbor I've actually borrowed the generator from. And fortunately, they have several. And so they were able to actually lend me a generator. But that was a big ask. But then sometimes I have a neighbor, and they kind of they're really pretty close friend, but they kind of assume that that they would, without asking, that I would do certain favors. Like, so they have a bunch of chickens and turkeys and several dogs, and so when they go out of town, they kind of expect me to watch over their animals. And so that, takes up some time, because it's, 2 visits a day, visiting their property and watering and feeding the chickens in the morning, and then the dogs as well, and, letting the dogs out of the house and feeding them as well. And then in the evening, I have to go and go in the chicken coops and pull the water inside where it won't freeze, and for the chickens, and then refeed the dogs. And then one of the dog needs some medications, and so doing all that kind of stuff. And so that takes about an hour a day. So, I feel bad about saying, well, that's a little bit much to ask without any, and sometimes they're not even, they're not even appreciative, in the sense that they don't even say thank you. And so that was, and that's kind of hurtful. And for some of my other neighbors, I mean, I go and water their plants for 3 days, and they bring them a bottle of wine. And that's much appreciated. And so, it comes out, kind of to the quid pro quo. And, with the neighbor that has the chickens, there was a time in the past where, we would be gone for a few days, and we'd ask them to come take care of our dogs while we left them here. But lately we've been taking just Petey up to Colorado with us, or whenever we travel. And so that's no longer on the table. So anyway, tell me what you think down in the comments. And we're nearing 300 subscribers, which is really surprising to me. And so if you haven't subscribed to the Sagebrush Journal, please do so. And any of those likes down there, they certainly help. I'm going to ask a favor that you can like this blog post, or don't like it. And it'd be nice if you could subscribe. So that's my journal entry for today. So cheers.